and doesn't use it.
Doesn't use it.
It's just a formality, so you can say that. Anyways, we have Denti versus, I can only assume, Gyo, because the camera is only on Denti's beautiful visage that I have not seen in a while. Yeah. Which is too bad, because I actually used to see him all the time on the UNC campus, and then he graduated, and then I didn't see him anymore because he also stopped playing Smash at that time. And
I love the tag power for Charizard right here. It feels good. Denti rockin' Zard as he has been really prepping for Pokemon Trainer and Ultimate. Oh, I loved the idea. I really loved the idea.
Cover him getting the gyro and also the laser projectile.
There you go. But it's a bit of a classic matchup, Denti and Geo.
So the big thing that Denti probably hasn't played. Well, I guess he's probably played.
He's been playing. He's been playing at other tournaments.
Yeah, he has been playing. But if you wanted to go all the way back, great spot touch. If you wanted to go all the way back and say, the classic Denti versus Gyo's Rob, the big thing that's changed is that Gyo has learned how to manipulate the item game so crazily efficiently that you are in danger anytime he is at least half stage from you.
Right. See how he handles the scenario. Oof. I love Denti's flamethrowers. I've been watching some of his sets off stream when he's been playing. His set against Little Pack was incredible. Ooh, and he catches just that tip end of the bear. The best place to be. Oh, God. Geo had the read.
But, wow, that actually does it. I thought No Rage Rob would not kill Charizard yet.
There's a chance that crossed up his DI because he didn't... When that move isn't comboed out of the throw, sometimes the DI is harder and more ambiguous on where it's going to send you. When you have all the time in the world after it's combat out of the throw, you know. But sometimes it doesn't send you all the way across. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. When it's not combat out of the throw. So it can be not the easiest. Even a fatty like Charizard, when he DIs incorrectly, is...
Don't be mean to him. He's just big.
All right, a super heavy. We're going to use technical terms. He's a fatty. That's not a bad thing.
He's just big.
It's okay to be large. Think there's a problem with being large?
It is
Look
definitely
at that.
okay to be large.
When you're large, you can toss your neck around like that, looking like a giraffe in mating season.
Well, that derailed the joke that I was going to make. Can we stop talking about sex? I'd rather just take a break from this. Anyways, Gyo's pulling it back a little bit. He's got the gyro set up in Legend.
God!
Denti's an animal.
I agree. Oh, he just respected that. That could have been a flare blitz. He could have flare blitzed him.
He could have. These flare blitzes are why Denti is dead. Because he racked up a solid 20%
Denti
flare blitzes.
Could have won that set right there.
However,
or that game, rather. He just decided to not.
You know what? I guess you're right.
Just decided not to.
He's decided not to go back to Smashville. Because we're going to Town and City for Game 2. And, Charizard has such crazy early kill potential on this stage. Ryan, you've been playing Charizard lately. Why don't you go ahead and tell me what exactly it is that Denti's going to be trying to take advantage of on Town and City?
A, lower ceiling is just great for Zard in general, but B, on those plats, good God. On those plats, people drop hella early to that up throw.
Yeah. I mean, here, Denti gets like a 30% more and gets that middle platform at the top.
I got scared. I get scared.
That Fly is such an insanely powerful move.
When it works.
But sometimes it doesn't work. And that is exactly why Charizard is scary. You have to be ready. For some characters, they throw you off stage and you go, okay, I can breathe, I can make it back. But against Charizard, that's when you have to heighten your awareness because he can get out there so quickly because his throws have so little landing lag.
Denti is playing with so much momentum right now. How do you deal with this? Especially as a zoner character, when you can't set up your zone and the opponent is suffocating you? That's it. That's how you deal with it. You just bait out a mistake. A heavy commitment when you're playing Charizard. You gotta go for those sometimes. Heavy commitments. Because that could have ended the game right there.
Could have, I think would have.
Denti said, I either... Okay. Denti said either I take this stock right now or I lose it and go on with a significant advantage regardless. Denti taking that second game though. Moving on to game 3.
After the SD from Gyo, but I mean, just with how well Denti was pulling off those edge
this
guards,
makes
I
a lot
really
of
liked
sense.
it. But this is going to deal, because the big thing about Charizard is that he actually has a lot of range, which some people just don't even think about, but he's got a lot of range. He's got the big wiggly neck, the tail, and the forwarder, surprisingly good range.
Yeah, his jab actually pretty good range as well. He has really good boxing tools, and I think that's one thing that helps him suffocate Gio up close when he was robbed. But the thing is, he has this other zoner character in Mega Man that is strong at a distance, but also has solid boxing tools up close as well.
Yeah, he's like the ultimate up-close boxer. Look at that, already at 90%. How did this happen so quickly?
Right, and you know, we've talked about Gio's Mega Man being a lot more martial than one would expect, but he gets in there and gets stuff done.
That
was a sick setup.
This is the thing. Joe switches to Mega Man and then flips a switch that says go. It's like he pushes a button on Megas XLR.
He doesn't need any warm-up time. It doesn't matter if his characters are cold or not. He just goes. He does his thing. This man is consistency.
But he is running into the classic Mega Man problem, which is how am I going to finish this stock off? Because for the train that he's been running over the last minute and 10 seconds, he hasn't been able to kill Denti. He's at 200%.
Right.
1, Charizard's fat. 2, Mega Man has very few kill options sometimes. He almost killed with Crash Bomber. I'm in shock. 225. Oh, Denti's just messing now. He's new boot goofing.
I don't know what that means, but he is trying to get to the highest percent he possibly can.
There we go, Yo. Not even going to get it yet. There it is. Killing with 4 throw at 253. I'm respecting what I am seeing out of Denti right now. Oh, the soft hit. Actually, a really good setup there for Denti because it puts Gyo up on that platform where Charizard can fair, up air, nair.
Right.
Lots of options to cover.
Honestly, hard hit probably would have spiked him right back into rush and would not have done anything for him.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, these pellets are so oppressive for Charizard. What does he do? Sometimes you just got to accept as Charizard that you are not a better character than the other person. They have better buttons.
Right now, Gyo is pressing a couple that are particularly oppressive. Again, soft hit. I thought he was going to go down and bounce off rush just with the style.
Okay, Denti has found great opportunities to flare blitz, and I love it.
Ooh, the nair is really good, but Gyo had a perfectly timed drop
He's
down.
Found great opportunities to flare blitz, and I love it.
How? Okay, first of all,
The
those
funniest
are the first...
thing to me is that move is so stale that it didn't kill.
Here we go again. He's not afraid to use it. He's not afraid to take that 5% just to get himself out of disadvantage.
You know, the scariest thing, though, is if he hits shield once, Mega Man is the easiest time locking him for it out of any character in the entire cast.
And then has
hits
the
pellet.
hard up tilt.
Yeah.
He's going for those locks, or great air dodge out of there, out of the Tornado Alley. Just spacing outside of that bear. Ooh. Was playing real fancy. Got the double jump back from bouncing off a rush. And Denti is going to land back on the stage. 142 now. He's setting himself up to a point where Gyo can definitely get this kill.
Okay, if you ever plan to play a heavy character, or even if you're just looking to improve in tournament, watching Denti play, he got knocked off stage while he had Leaf Shield, which means you can't do anything but throw Leaf Shield away. So he got knocked off stage.
Because of the most Randy Flare Blitz you've ever seen.
Yeah, because Denti was watching his opponent and realized the times when he was going to pull out things like Leaf Shield.